Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here again, ready to unpack the sources you've given us, aiming to really get to the heart of the matter. Today, we're looking down under some fascinating stuff coming out of Australia, thanks to your research. It seems Australia's taking a pretty significant leap, trying to green up its heavy transport sector. Quite keen to explore what this actually means. So, our mission for this deep dive is pretty clear. Look into the nuts and bolts of Australia's very first charging hub for electric heavy trucks. Prime movers, we'll dig into the funding, the why behind it, and I guess the ripple effects this could have for logistics and, well, the climate. Okay, let's jump right in. The big news here is the federal government, via ARENA, that's the Australian Renewable Energy Agency, putting in a hefty $12.3 million. That's for establishing this pioneering shared electric truck charging hub. It's definitely a statement investment.
Oh, absolutely. And it's worth digging into the why. Like you said, this isn't just, a charging station popping up. It's a really critical project. Mondo Power is leading it. And the aim is to basically prove the concept. Can heavy transport fleets actually electrify? Is it technically possible? Is it commercially viable? They're explicitly trying to de-risk it for the whole industry. Because let's face it, the upfront costs, the infrastructure worries, those are huge hurdles. Mondo's plan with the shared hub tackles those barriers directly. It shows a path to making electrification work financially, too.
Right, tackling those big unknowns. And the specifics really paint a picture, don't they? This isn't just an idea on paper. It's happening in Laverton North, which is in Melbourne's west, a tangible location.
Yeah.
And they're putting in 14 dual-plug chargers, specifically designed for heavy battery electric vehicle trucks, the BEVs. Construction kicks off this year, apparently, and they expect the first trucks to be plugging in by late 2026. That scale.
Yeah.
It really tells you something about the power needed for these big rigs.
It certainly does. And connecting this to the bigger picture, well, it's vital for Australia's climate goals. Transport makes up, 22% of their total emissions? That's significant.
Wow, yeah.
So this hub, it's designed to speed up decarbonization, giving those early adopters in heavy transport a real leg up. So yes, it's a local project for Melbourne, but it's also meant to be a model, something that could help tackle national emissions and maybe even influence things globally.
And this is where it gets really practical for the businesses thinking about making the switch, right? Mondo isn't just pouring concrete. They're building a whole ecosystem around it.
Exactly.
They'll work with truck makers, help supply the actual electric trucks, provide technical support. But the key thing seems to be these charging services agreements, like a subscription almost.
Pretty much.
Guaranteed access to the hub and, crucially, predictable set pricing for the electricity.
Yeah.
That feels like a game changer.
It really is. It takes away that big question mark over running costs and infrastructure planning that's held companies back.
And they're adding driver amenities, parking, making it as smooth as possible.
That whole package is vital. And it fits into Mondo's bigger vision, too. This Laverton North hub, it's just the first piece. They're planning a whole network of electrified freight corridors, plus charging solutions at company depots as well. ARENA's CEO, Darren Miller, he highlighted how this project will show it can integrate into current business practices while cutting emissions. And it does make you think, doesn't it? What are the key lessons they'll learn from this first one?
Yeah, definitely.
Grid integration, how the operations actually work day to day. How will that shape the next steps across Australia?
Absolutely. That scalability question, the learning curve. That's why this first hub is so important to watch. So today we've seen a major marker being put down, a clear signpost towards a cleaner future for moving goods in Australia. What does it mean for you, keeping an eye on this sector? Well, we're basically seeing tomorrow's infrastructure being built step by step right now. And here's a thought to leave you with. If this model of shared dedicated charging works for heavy freight, how could that same idea reshape other industries with heavy emissions footprints? Could we see similar hubs for, say, construction or mining equipment globally? The potential seems pretty vast. If this deep dive got you thinking as much as it did us, please do follow our channel. That way you won't miss out on our next exploration of interesting developments and insights.